With us diving today, Oakcrest School, Trinity Christian School, Williamsburg Christian School, and Seton School. Our diving order today, girls first, then boys for each round. Elizabeth Francis from Seton, Eliza Miller, Trinity, Jane Judge, Seton, Tara Bruce, Williamsburg, Megan Condon, Seton, Mary Abella, Oakcrest, Lucy Herwick, no Lucy. After Mary Abella is Emma Hill, Trinity Christian, Mary Catherine Hurley, Seton, Elena Krause, Williamsburg, Rosie Waldron, Seton, Sophia Bordelis, Oakcrest, Maria Miller, Seton, Claire Case, Seton, Cecilia Kelly, and then with each round, that's Cecilia is from Seton. Then with each round, we'll continue with the boys. Tom Waldron, Seton, Caleb Hoover, Trinity, John Witter, Seton, Connor Kerr, Seton, Mac Miller, Trinity, Sam Winowicki, how do you say it, Carl? Winowicki, Trinity Christian, Jacob Oswald, Seton, Gabe Lemberg, Trinity, and the last diver for each round will be Gus Colehouse. Welcome back, Gus.
In your name we pray.
If you'd all please rise. We will have Eliza Miller, a sophomore from Trinity Christian, lead us in the opening prayer. And please stay standing. We have with us a World War II veteran there in the wheelchair, Maria Miller's grandfather. Welcome. We will help him and honor our country with our national anthem sung by Megan Condon and Jane Judge, freshmen from Seton School. Judges in place. Our first diver of the meet, Elizabeth Francis from Seton. Elizabeth will do a 401C inward dive tuck, 1.4. Eliza Miller from on deck, Jane Judge, in the hole.
Yep.
Nice.
Good morning and welcome to today's diving event.
Scores 4.5, 4.5, 5. Mick, I'm up behind you.
Oh.
5, 4.5. Eliza Miller, Trinity Christian, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Jane Judge, Megan Condon.
So in each of the dive meets, there's a different voluntary dive. So diving has 5 categories of dives: front, back, inward, reverse, and twisting. This week, the inward dive is the voluntary category. So in this first round, you're going to see a lot of inward dives.
Five and a half, 6, 5, 5.5, 5. Jane Judge, 401C, inward dive tuck,
Trying not to block the other scores.
Condon, Mary Abella. If I say a name wrong, please come up and correct me. Four, 4.5, 3.5, 4, 4. Jane Judge, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Megan Condon, Mary Abella. Sorry about that. Megan Condon, 402C, inward somersault, tuck, 1.6. Mary Abella, Emma Hill.
So now most of the divers will choose an inward dive as their voluntary. Megan chooses an inward somersault.
4.5, 5.5, 5, 5, 5. Mary Abella, 4.
I thought that just backed off the board a little bit.
Pike,
Okay.
1.5.
So keep the hips over the board
Emma Hill,
and be aggressive on the next one.
Six, 6.5, 5.5, 6, 6. Emma Hill, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Mary Catherine Elena Kraus.
Ooh.
6.5, 5.5, 6, 6, 5. Mary Catherine Hurley, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Elena Rose Waldron.
So you'll note there's 5 judges here, and the way diving is
Let's
scored,
see if she lets it go
the
up.
highest score and the lowest score are
Did so
dropped,
well in
so
her
keep
last
the 3
warm-up.
scores in the middle. Add those together.
Three, 3.5, 3, 3, 3.5. Elena Kraus, 401B, inward dive pike, 1.5. Rosie Sophia Bordelis. Five, 5.5, 5, 5. Rosie Waldron,
Sorry, guys.
402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6.
Coach K.
Pardon? Judge 2, 5.5. I apologize.
Yep.
Is the scoring table okay? Just hang on, Rosie, relax. Scores one more time, please. I apologize.
Yeah, they are. Yes, I ruined the bingo.
5.5, 5.5.
Oh,
5,
someone else.
5.
Oh, thank
No,
you.
you were
It wasn't
good,
just
Coach.
me that ruined
Sorry,
it.
Rosie. Proceed with your 402C. Three and a half. 4, 4, 4, 4. Sophia Bordalis, 401B, inward
You
dive
cut it off-
pike,
you cut it off when you
1.5.
jumped
Maria
really
Miller,
hard.
Claire K.
Slow down.
Six and a half. 6, 7, 6.5, 5. Maria Miller, 401B.
Thought it was a very
inward
pretty dive.
Pike, 1.5. Claire Cecilia Kelly.
So the judges are looking for the complete dive from start to finish. So even things like the rocking on the board is judged.
5.5. 5, 5.5, 6, 5.5. Claire K, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Cecilia Tom Waldron.
Can you repeat the dive, please?
401C, inward dive tuck.
Thank you. Like I love that height.
4.5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Cecilia Kelly,
Well, at least it's
401C,
consistent.
inward dive tuck, 1.4. Tom Waldron, Caleb Hoover.
We're looking at the jump, how high the diver's going, their form, position in the air. And then, of course, the entry as well.
5.5, 4.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. That ends round one for the girls. Moving
It was a
on
little
to the
close.
boys,
The
round
jump
one.
wasn't
Tom
really
Waldron,
that
401C,
down.
inward dive tuck, 1.4. Caleb John Witter.
Ooh.
Point.
5,
It's nice point, you got
4.5,
feet.
5, 5.5, 5. Caleb Hoover, 401B, inward dive pike, 1.5. John Connor Kerr.
So we're here at the beginning of the season, so the kids are not necessarily practicing the dives they're competing today. So we're working on learning new dives in our practices, which may or may not be the dives that we end up competing in that particular week.
4, 4, 4, 4, 4.5.
Better to be high.
John Witter, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Connor Mac Miller.
So a dive may end up getting 4s for different reasons. On that last dive, we saw the diver kind of push back a little ways from the board. Ideally, the diver's about 3 or 4 feet from the board. Ah.
5.5, 6, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. Connor Kerr, 401B, inward dive pike, 1.5. Mac Miller, Sam Winowicki. Inward dive. Seven, 6.5, 7, 7.
Sorry, Connor. It
Mac
gets dropped.
Miller, inward dive tuck, 1.
I thought about giving it a 6.5. You're
401C,
lucky.
inward dive tuck.
It was a nice dive, it just
1.4.
sat back a
Sam
bit.
Jacob Oswald.
So the judges all try to throw the same score, although we're looking at the dive from different angles, so you can
Ooh.
do the same thing.
Four, 6, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. Sam Winowicki, 401C,
Maybe you could see
inward
it. I could
dive
see his
tuck,
feet were apart,
1.4.
but
Jacob
but it didn't
Gabe
look twisted
Lemberg.
to me. So because the judges are looking at different angles.
Two and a half, 3.5, 4, 2.5, 4. Jacob Oswald,
really liked the
402C,
jump on that.
inward somersault tuck,
So I think it's
1.6.
because
Gabe
he's coming out
Gus
of the tuck, his
Kohlhaus.
head is ducked down and buried, and so he's reaching for the water back behind him. So exactly. Actually, that's why I gave it a 4. Is because he got up in the air really nicely. So one trick that I like to do is throw a chamois like underneath the board, and then when they take off, then tell them to look for it lining up. Yeah. Yeah. I'll take that.
Six,
Sat back a little
7,
bit, but nice.
6, 6, 7.
Ooh,
Gabe
you got to keep
Lemberg,
a 7.
401C,
Nice.
inward dive tuck, 1.4.
Yeah, it was nice.
Gus,
Very controlled.
Elizabeth Francis.
Jacob, I thought you did a pretty good job.
So again, some of these divers that are competing inward flip is their voluntary, doing inward 1.5 later in their list. Does that call balk or no? Okay.
Way to go, bud. Way to do it.
4, 3, 5, 5, 5. Final diver of round 1, Gus Kohlhaus, 402C.
Was he the one struggling
inward
in warm-ups a
somersault
little bit with
tuck,
that dive?
1.6.
Well, good.
Elizabeth
Good.
Eliza Miller.
No warm up.
Nice. 6, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. That completes round 1. Like to quickly
Gus,
recognize
no
our
more
new
warming up
sponsor,
allowed for
Data
you.
Center Decommissioning
No
Service.
more warming up.
Apparently, or diving in
Canceling
general.
warm-ups for you for the rest of the year.
Making these meets possible. Round 2, Elizabeth
And you have to hurt
Francis,
the
202C,
Tell me if to
back,
hurt the other
1
ankle 'cause he's
somersault
diving
tuck,
great. Tell me if to hurt the
1.5.
other ankle 'cause he's
Eliza
diving
Miller, Jane Judge.
So Gus, who just went, has actually been injured all season. So yesterday was basically his first day back at practice. He didn't warm up today.
Four and a half, 4, 5, 4. Eliza Miller, 402C, inward somersault, tuck, 1.6. Jane Judge, Megan Condon. Two and a half, 3, 3, 3.5, 4. Jane Judge, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. Megan Mariabella.
So as I mentioned before, the kids are learning a lot of dives at this part of the season. And so for several of the divers, they're going to compete in inward flip. So it's the same category of dive as we saw in the first round, where they're standing backwards in somersault and going forward. But this is a dive Jane just learned yesterday, I think. Oh. But she was excited to try.
2.5, 2.5, 3, 3, 2.5. Megan Condon, 403C, inward 1 1/2 somersault tuck, 2.2. Mariabella, Emma Hill.
This is similarly a new dive for Megan. We just learned it this season. This is one of the harder DDs that the girls are competing, so her degree of difficulty is going to be higher on this dive. Take that. I'll take that.
4, 3, 4, 4, 3. Mariabella, 103B, forward 1 1/2 somersault pike, 1.7. Emma Mary Catherine Hurley.
So sometimes it's good to have the kids doing new dives in the meet, even if they're not perfect or great.
Great.
Get that experience.
Six and a half, 6, 6, 5.5, 5.5. Emma Hill, 402C, inward 1 somersault tuck, 1.6. Mary Catherine, Elena Kraus. Four, 5, 4.5, 4.5, 5. Mary Catherine Hurley, 402C, inward 1 somersault tuck, 1.6. Elena Rose Waldron.
It's a little mistimed on the throw. That's why it was off. Getting that time, that connection timing can be so hard. Yeah. Right? All right.
2, 2, 2.5, 3, 2.5. Elena Kraus, 5222D, back 1 somersault with 1 twist in the free position, 1.9. Rosie Sophia Bordelais.
And that was a new dive for Mary Catherine as well, also learned yesterday.
3, 3.5, 3.5, 3, 2.5. Rosie, 203C, back 1 1/2 somersault tuck, 2.0. Sophia Maria Miller.
So this is a new dive for Rosie this season. And she can do it really well. So we'll see. The key for this dive for Rosie is to have her shoulders over her feet on the takeoff. Hey! I'll take that.
Rosie, 5.5, 4, 5, 5, 4.5.
Rose.
Sophia
Rosie.
Bordelais,
That's the
402C,
best one I've seen
inward
you
1
ever do.
somersault tuck, 1.6. Maria Claire K. Four and a half, 5.5, 5, 5, 5. Maria Miller, 201B, back dive Pike, 1.6. Claire K. Cecilia Kelly.
A gal this summer who's there for the longest time until one of the referees kind of stopped.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so the dive judges can take off for excessive oscillation. So if a diver is oscillating for too long,
Five, 5.5, 4.5, 5, 4.5. Claire K. 402C, inward 1 somersault tuck, 1.6. Cecilia Tom Waldron.
so this is also a new dive for Claire. I learned it a week or two ago.
Four, 5, 4.5, 4.5, 5. Cecilia Kelly, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. Tom Caleb Hoover.
The last of our new inward somersaults on, oh no, actually we have some on the boys. As you can see, it was a big week for inwards. Good jump back.
Did she hit?
I don't know.
Did she hit?
Inward somersault tuck.
Yeah. Is there a rule?
Half point deduction, I thought it was.
Okay.
I thought it was a half point deduction.
No score?
Is it?
What's scores?
0 to 2 point deduction. Okay. You
3,
Yeah, she.
Four.
I think
You
she
just
Three and a
kicked
half.
Just
at the
hit.
board.
Three.
You were a full
Three.
leg length apart.
Tom Waldron, 402C,
Left
inward
foot.
1 somersault tuck, 1.6.
Okay, cool.
Caleb John Witter. Three, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. Caleb Hoover.
No, we're one
103B,
off.
Forward 1 1/2 somersault pike, 1.7. John Connor Kerr.
Caleb, take it up, take it up.
So one of the really nice things is that we see Trinity Christian quite frequently. They come to a lot of our dual meets, so it's really nice to see that the friendships forming between the kids. Well, it did go up. It did go up.
Not bad there, Caleb.
Nice. It is a great jump, Caleb.
5.5, 6, 6, 5.5, 5.5. John Witter, 402.
You just gotta line it up a little better on the end.
1.6. Connor.
Great jump,
Matt,
though.
You just do it
Miller.
perfectly next time, please. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
So,
Hard with these summer divers to change habits. But that was good.
right. It's another of those inward flips. John just learned it in the warm-ups today. Hey, that's pretty darn good for learning it an hour ago.
5, 5, 5.5, 5, 5.
Coach, I told you if he caught it.
Connor
he would
Kerr,
over-rotate a little bit.
403C,
I told you he shouldn't try
inward
to catch
1
it
and
before the meet.
1/2 somersault tuck, 2.2.
I think he wants to do inward
Mac
1.5.
Miller, Sam Winowicki.
Sure he does.
Good dive.
Five and a half, 4.5, 6, 5.5, 5.5. Mac Miller, 402C, inward 1 somersault tuck, 1.6. Sam Jacob Oswald.
What grade is Mac in? Oh,
Okay, 1.5 next time. 1.5 next time.
Why not that time?
that had an awesome top.
There it is.
3, 3.5, 4, 4, 4.5. Sam Winowicki, 402C, inward 1 somersault tuck, 1.6. Jacob Gabe Lemberg.
So even though he went significantly past vertical on that, I still felt like 4 was
You're good.
justified in my book because it was such a good takeoff.
Nice job, Sam.
4.5, 4, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. Jacob Oswald, 403C, inward 1 and 1/2 somersault tuck, 2.2. Gabe Gus Colehouse.
I'd rather see them have a really great start, be spinning really fast, and then go past vertical than not really jump and make it straight in. And just backed off of it a bit.
Move out of the way, please.
Get your head up and your hips in.
4, 4, 4.5, 4, 4.
What?
Gabe Lemberg, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7.
Yeah. So Jacob's
Gus,
saying he had a weird
Elizabeth
takeoff.
Francis.
That happens sometimes. You just have to go with it.
See what happens with the arms.
3.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4. Gus Colehouse, 104C,
Jacob.
front
Oh, great.
double
Got some young ones.
somersault tuck, 2.2. Elizabeth Eliza Miller.
I'm really thinking we should do
2.5.
2.5.
3, 3.5, 4, 3. Beginning of round 3, Elizabeth Francis, 101C,
Yeah,
forward dive
it's
tuck,
hard to control
1.2.
anything after
Eliza
that.
Jane Judge.
Missy, the Trinity Christian coach.
Not
was
even a
saying,
bounce off the
when they're
board.
so far back on the board, it makes it hard to control anything.
Oh.
6, 6.5, 6, 6, 5.5. Eliza Miller, 201C, back dive tuck, 1.5. Jane Megan Condon.
I'm so surprised he got that around. And he over-rotated it.
It's a hard dive to do. I feel like its DD doesn't justify how difficult it is.
4, 4, 4, 4.5. Jane Judge, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Megan Mariabella. Six and a half, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5. Megan Condon, 201B, back dive pike, 1.6. Mary Emma Hill.
You've
Five
lost
and a
your
half,
feet.
6.5, 5.5, 6, 6. Mary
Lost your feet
Bella,
a bit.
201C,
It wasn't close,
back dive tuck.
but I do want you to be
5.
firmer with your
Emma
midsection leaving the
Mary
board.
Catherine Hurley.
So I try to explain to the kids that how tight they are when they leave the board is like trying to throw up pasta in the air.
Four and a half, 5.5, 5, 5, 5.5. Emma Hill, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Mary Catherine Elena Kraus.
So if you take a piece of spaghetti on your finger and it's uncooked and throw it up, it actually goes up in the air.
Five and a half, 5.5, 5.5.
Did we do it? Did we do
Five and
it?
a half, 5.5.
I should have put up a
Mary
5.
Catherine Hurley, 101C,
Darn it.
forward dive, tuck, 1.2. Elena Rose Waldron.
So if you try to throw up cooked spaghetti in the air, when you push on the bottom, it just collapses into the top. Doesn't actually go up into the air.
Three and a half, 4, 4, 4, 4. Elena Kraus, 103B, forward.
Mean judge
1.5
again.
somersault, pike, 1.7. Rosie Sophia Bordelais. Five, 5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. Rosie Waldron, 103B, forward 1.5 somersault, pike, 1.7. Sophia Maria Miller.
I'm sorry. You. This is why the divers need to review their sheets.
Might have been better than the tuck.
Yeah.
Good job, coach.
5.5.
I'll take that. It just fell
4.5.
forward.
5, 5.5, 5.
I think you're lucky she
Sophia
put pike.
Bordelais, 201A, back
You're lucky
dive
she put
straight,
pike.
1.7. Maria.
Well, she used to do it pike last year, which
Well,
is
I
probably
remember.
what I was in my mind when I filled out her form. We've just been focused on tuck this year for front doubles, but
5, 7. Is that a 6, Ashley?
It's a 6, yes.
I'm sorry, Mick was blocking a little. Start over. 5, 7, 6, 5.5, 6.
So
Maria
maybe-
Miller, 101B, forward dive pike, 1.3. Claire Kay, Cecilia Kelly.
Some of the differences you might see in the judges' scores, you can take off points for excessive rocking on the end of the board. Usually that's more than 5 or 6 rocks. There's no hard and fast rule.
Five and a half, 5, 5.5, 5, 5.5. Claire K, 202C, back somersault tuck,
Oh,
1.5.
did put that on.
Cecilia Kelly, Tom Waldron.
I'm just talking to myself here because when you have almost 20 dive sheets to fill out, sometimes you forget what you put on some of the kids' sheets. Oh. That was not supposed to have a twist?
Two and a half, 3,
So hard.
3.5, 3, 3.5. Cecilia Kelly, 201A,
Yeah,
back
Coach, I don't
dive
love the
straight,
paper, but it's
1.7.
manageable.
Tom, Caleb Hoover.
The half just
Hopefully.
randomly getting caught in pages is the only annoying thing.
Did you feel you had a little twist on that? Yeah. So we're down one diving scoring card. I ordered more. They were supposed to be here by today, so Mick is scoring with a handwritten notepad.
Four, 3.5.
That's okay.
Tom
could see the
Waldron,
3.5. It was
103C,
pretty short.
Forward, 1 1/2 somersault tuck, 1.6. Caleb, John Witter.
Oh.
3.5, 3.5, 3, 3.5, 3.5. Caleb, 104C, forward double somersault, tuck, 2.2. John Connor Kerr.
So Tom went past vertical on that last dive pretty significantly, which is why I ended up giving it a 3, and the lack of tightness or control over his body. But I think part of the reason he went over so much is we've been working on a front double, which is the dive that you'll see Caleb doing here. So it's 2 complete somersaults. Sometimes it can be difficult to step back down to the easier dive when you've been working on something harder. It can be hard to stop.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Great takeoff.
That's really nice. It's just
6,
too far out.
5.5, 5.5, 6.
Yeah. Oh, for that.
John Witter, 101C, forward
I
dive
liked
tuck,
that dive. I would call it
1.2.
fantabulous.
Connor Mac Miller.
I've been wanting to say that word all day.
So joining me here on the live stream is Nick Firamonte, who you may remember from diving last year. Nick was our one graduating senior from last year, and he's been kind enough to help coach.
Ooh.
Five and a half. 5, 5, 5, 5.
Yeah, the twist is why
Yeah, I'm staying and working.
I do.
You're welcome, Coach.
Yes, he's been incredibly helpful, along with
Connor Kerr,
Joanne Pretz.
104B. Forward
Don't
double
think Connor will be
somersault
including
pike,
the same thing.
2.3. Mac
So, he
Sam
won't be here next
Winowicki.
year.
He won't be here.
Five and a half, 5.5. 6, 6 and a
Goes
half.
up really nicely.
7.
That spun a little slow.
Mac Miller, 103B.
It just
Forward
spun
1
slow, so you
1/2
left it
somersault
short.
Pike, 1.7.
Good, bro.
Sam Jacob Oswald.
Let's go, bud. It's okay. Just
It's all right.
what happens sometimes.
They're going to take off 2 points.
Are we deducting the 2 now?
So do you want us to score it as is? Okay. So we are going to score it like we normally would, and then when you read them 2 points lower for. So
Read the score 2 points lower. Got it.
yeah.
You did the right thing, because if you had flopped, it would have been a thank you diver, but with the,
2 and a half.
Math.
2 and a
Math
half.
teacher.
3,
So
3,
they did
3 and a half.
so like
I would mess
Sam
it up.
Winawicki,
Yeah.
103C. Forward 1 1/2 somersault tuck, 1.6. Jacob Gabe Lemberg.
So what happened?
4 and a half. 4 and a half. 5, 5. 5 and a half. Jacob Oswald, 202A. Back somersault straight, 1.7. Gabe Gus Colehouse.
So what happened 2 dives ago? Why the scores that were read were different than the scores that were held up? If a diver starts their forward approach and then stops, even if it's just 1 step, or a full approach like that one and stop at the end, it's called a balk, and there's a 2-point deduction from every judge. Straight. A little more piked than I would like for straight.
3 and a half. 4, 5. 5 and a half. 5.
Man, I'm generous.
Gabe Lemberg.
No, I mean, it was a good
102C.
position. I'd rather see
Forward,
straight as
1
slightly hollow
somersault
than
tuck,
straight as arched,
1.4.
but it was
Gus
just a little too
Colehouse, Elizabeth Francis. Four, 3 and a half, 4, 4 and a half.
And I was about to throw a 4 too, but at least Mick also ruined it.
Gus Colehouse, 5122D. Forward, 1 somersault with 1 twist. Free position, 1.9. Elizabeth Eliza Miller.
This is what he worked on all summer. Especially at that camp.
It's really nice, just a little past vertical, but I love the control
4 and a
over the
half,
twist.
4 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half.
I liked it too.
6.
That twist was
Beginning
pretty.
round
Yeah,
4.
it's a really nice
Elizabeth
twisting
Francis,
position.
103C.
He executes the
Forward,
dive
1
well,
1/2
just a
somersault
little bit
tuck,
over rotated.
1.6. Eliza Jane Judge. Five and a half, 5 and a half, 4 and a half, 5, 4 and a half. Eliza Miller.
Are y'all
103C,
seeing a twist on that
forward,
going in the
1
water?
1/2
Okay.
Somersault tuck, 1.6.
Yeah.
Jane Megan Condon.
Eliza, take it up, let it rise. Okay, you got this.
4 and a half, 4, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half. Jane Judge, 101C, forward dive tuck, 1.2. Megan Mariabella.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to bring spaghetti to practice one time and show them. I also want to bring a bent spaghetti piece so they can see what happens when only half their weight is on the board and the other half is not. Yeah. Nice. That was a nice dive, just too far away from the diving board.
5,
But
4.5,
controlled.
5.5, 5, 5. Megan Condon, 103C, forward 1 1/2 somersault tuck, 1.6. Mary Emma Hill.
Amazing dive with the takeoff you
4 and a
had.
half.
You were basically
4.5,
stopped on the end of the
5 and a
board,
half,
but it was
5,
vertical.
5.
It was nice and vertical.
Mariabella, 301C, reverse
Just a little
dive
bit of a
tuck,
ribbit kick.
1.6. Emma.
But the fact that she was even able to get off the board.
Five, 4.5, 5.5, 5, 5.5. Emma Hill.
Yeah, I loved her height, and
202A,
it's a pretty
back
good come out too.
somersault
She's just
straight,
misjudged the entry.
1.7. Mary
There's
Catherine,
a lot of really
Elena
solid
Krause.
components in that dive. Yeah. And a bit of a pike too,
4,
there at the end.
4,
Oh.
4.
I found it. It was by
Yay.
Mary Catherine Hurley, 103C.
It was right- it was
forward
right in
1
between the
1/2
3 and the
somersault
5.
tuck, 1.6. Elena Rose Waldron.
Good. Keep letting it get up in the air, Mary Catherine.
3.5, 4, 3.5, 4, 3.5. Elena Krause, 302C, reverse 1 somersault tuck, 1.6. Rosie Sophia Bordelais.
Wow.
5, 6, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. Rosie Waldron, 104C, forward double somersault tuck, 2.2. Sophia Maria Miller. Three, 2.5, 3, 3, 3.
I was just all in the hurdle.
Sophia
I
Bordelais,
know you saw it.
202B,
She couldn't even
back
get her
one
arms
somersault
circled the
tuck,
second time.
1.6. Maria Claire Kay.
Yeah.
We're working on hurdles in dryland a lot.
I've been training this year, so there's a lot more hurdles than
Yeah. Yeah, the hurdle's one of the first things we learn in diving, and it's one of the last things to get well to do well. Especially the forward takeoff. It can be just really tricky to get the timing of the board down. Even through college, did thousands of just jumps and hurdles.
Two and a half, 4, 3.5, 3.5, 3. Maria Miller, 103B, forward 1 1/2 somersault pike, 1.7. Claire Kay, Cecilia Kelly.
You'll also notice all the hurdles are a little bit different. There's a lot of variations that a diver can do.
Four, 3, 3, 4, 3. Claire K, 101C, forward dive tuck, 1.2. Cecilia Kelly, Tom Waldron. Four, 4.5, 5, 3.5. Cecilia Kelly, 101C, forward dive tuck, 1.2. Tom, Caleb Hoover.
That last dive had some nice height. We want to see a little bit more tightness in the stretch going in the water, and you can see a little bit of twist there on the end too, which we don't want to see the divers doing.
5.5, 4, 4.5, 4, 4. Caleb Hoover, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. John Witter, Connor Kerr.
Tom Waldron.
No, it's not. You're okay, Caleb.
Sorry about that. Tom Waldron, 5122D, forward somersault, 1 twist. Free position, 1.9. Then Caleb and John Witter. Two, 3, 2, 3, 2.5. Caleb Hoover, 402C, inward somersault tuck position,
Keep thinking the pages are falling out, and it's just
John
half reappearing.
Connor Kerr.
Tom can do that dive really well. He actually has a very good twisting action. It can always be frustrating as a diver because there's hardly ever a dive meet where you don't feel like you could have done something better in at least one of your dives, usually multiple of your dives.
Five,
Everything's
4,
great. It's
4.5,
so far
5,
back.
5. Caleb now. No, John Witter now. 103C, forward 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6. Connor Mac Miller.
So we've been trying really hard to go
Really?
up lately.
2, 2,
Found it.
2.5, 3, 2.5. Connor Kerr, 105C.
So I think he's got
forward
a face full of
2.5
water.
somersault tuck, 2.4.
So I could
Mac
see he was
Miller,
trying really
Sam
hard to
Winnewick.
go up. It helps when you grab both legs.
I like grabbing one leg personally.
3.5, 3.5, 4.5, 4, 4.5.
How you made that around, I have no idea, because you lost that.
It's because the other day I was throwing my quad front flip, and he was just copying me, right? The other day when I was throwing my quad front flip, you were just copying how I spin. Yeah.
So
Take that. Yeah. Woo! Good job, buddy.
4, 4, 4, 4, 5. Sam Winnewicky, 201A.
that's totally fine.
Straight, 1.
And he got his hands down too.
Gabe Limber. 4, 4, 4, 3.5, 4.
Oh.
4.5.
Jacob Oswald, 204.
It'll get dropped anyway.
Double somersault tuck, 2.0. Gabe
That's
Lemberg,
negligible, right? Because
Gus
top, two and,
Kohlhaas.
or top and bottom score get cut.
Exactly. The top and bottom score will get cut. So even though they read 4 for the last dive and it was a 4.5, it wouldn't matter because the 4.5 will be dropped. And that diver will keep 3 4s.
Three, 4, 3.5, 3.5.
Got to get your hands
4.
down and kick.
Gabe
Again, like the
Lemberg,
takeoff wasn't
202C,
bad.
back
It doesn't
somersault
spinning
tuck,
as fast as last week.
5.
What?
Gus
Oh.
Elizabeth Francis.
That was a top, just so I run out.
Oh, okay, that was meant to be in tuck.
What's that?
Meant to be in tuck.
Oh,
Wait, was it supposed to be in tuck?
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
the rule on wrong position? Okay.
I've never
This is why I like you being the
2,
referee.
2, 2, 2, 2.
So when
Elizabeth Francis,
when the
5121D, forward 1 somersault with 1/2.
It's Gus.
Gus Kohlhaas, 302C, reverse 1 somersault tuck, 1.6. Then Elizabeth and Eliza Miller.
Nice, nice.
all right, you did the right thing for that hurdle. Thank you. That's
4,
actually not a bad dive.
4.5, 4, 4. Beginning round 5.
Gus,
Elizabeth
I just want to say I really like how you didn't panic and just chuck that off the board. You still let it develop, you let it get up in the air, and you tucked it through all the way, and then you kicked hard
Eliza,
at it. I'm
Jane
very
Judge.
impressed.
But yeah. Well, and he was able to compensate. So for the spectators, if you notice, Gus had a bad hurdle last time. He ended up being about a foot from the end of the board.
Half.
That was supposed to be half.
Three and a half, 4.5, 3, 3, 3.
You got that
Eliza
extra
Miller,
twist in there.
5121D, forward somersault, half twist, free position 1.7. Jane, Megan Condon.
So going back to Gus's dive, so he did his hurdle and he was about a foot, maybe a little more than a foot from the end of the board, and he's doing reverses, which is actually rotating back toward the board. So he very intentionally jumped forward, which is exactly what you should do in that circumstance.
3.5, 4, 3.5, 4, 4.5. Jane Judge, 102B, forward somersault pike, 1.5. Megan Mariabella.
All right, with Jane, we've been focused on getting strong jumps, getting things up into the air, and not being too quick off the board. The idea is we want to do the dive up in front of where her head is. Oh. Jane wants to do 1.5 pike.
3, 2.5, 3.5, 3.5, 4. Megan Condon, 301B.
That was a great takeoff,
reverse
a
stop
great
pike,
somersault.
1.7.
She just needs to learn to stop it.
Emma Hill.
I,
much off. Like I feel like I'm like
1.5 pike.
yeah.
because I'm appreciating.
Well, like it's just a little bit
5.5.
past vertical,
5.5.
but that was better on the jump.
5.5.
5.5s are not bad.
5.5.
Yay, bingo.
Mariabella, 5122D, forward somersault, 1 twist, free position, 1.9. Emma, Mary Catherine Hurley.
Ooh. So that was really good until the
5.5.
end. She had
6,
too much twist.
4, 5, 5.
So I had
Emma
concerns
Hill,
with the twist on the
103C,
end.
Forward,
Wait, what do you
1
have the
1/2
4
somersault tuck,
The-
1.6.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah, so I saw her shoulders significantly twist at the end.
I knew there was a reason behind it.
Yeah, so
5.5. 5, 5, 5, 5. Mary Catherine Hurley, 5121D. Forward somersault, half twist, free position, 1.7. Elena Rosie Waldron.
half twist.
Twist.
Three, 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 three.
Yay,
Elena
judges.
Kraus, 202A. Back somersault straight, 1.7. Rose Sophia Bordelais. Five, 5.5.
I can't find the 5.
5.5.
It's
Rose Waldron, 302C, reverse somersault.
I was gonna go like
tuck,
this,
1.6.
like 5, 1.
Sophia Maria Miller.
All right, I promise we'll have another scorecard.
Okay, coach. At least I'm the one using it.
I even bought extra so we can have 7 judge panels. That started awesome. It started awesome.
5, 4.5, 5, 5.5. Sophia Bordelais, 103B, forward 1 1/2 somersault pike, 1.7.
Had to
Maria
really just stretch all the way
Claire
through
K.
it.
Yeah, really great takeoff.
Six, 6.5, 6, 6.5,
What?
6. Maria Miller,
Yeah.
512
That and
D,
I
forward
have a
somersault,
personal frustration with a pike that looks like an L.
Position 1.9. Claire Cecilia Kelly.
I want to see a deeper position in the air. Just too far out.
4.5, 4, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. Claire K, 103C, forward 1 1/2 somersault tuck, 1.6. Cecilia Tom Waldron.
Oh.
Four, 3.5, 3, 4, 3.5.
And I was the mean
Cecilia
judge.
Kelly, 102C, forward somersault tuck, 1.4. Tom Caleb Hoover.
Max is 4.
4.5.
Oh, okay.
3.5, 4, 3.5, 3, 3. Tom Waldron, 301C, reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Caleb John Witter.
kick your legs.
Good. Kick those legs tight.
3.5. 4, 4, 4. Caleb Hoover, 202A, back somersault straight, 1.7. John Connor Kerr.
So those can be hard to judge sometimes because it was a nice jump. He was vertical, but he was kind of loose.
Straight, that's like
Didn't have
sixes.
tight lines or a tight body.
You're not ready. I guess I'm not ready.
So in every dive, there's some things the diver are doing well, some things the diver's doing not well. You gotta kind of balance it all into an overall score.
Go, Caleb.
Such a nice
4.5.
dive. It's just
4, 5, 5.5, 5.5. John Witter, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Connor Mac Miller.
If you bring that in,
Three and a half, 3.5. 4, 3.5, 4.5. Connor Kerr, 301B, reverse dive pike, 1.7. Mac Miller, Sam Winawicki.
so.
care.
Connor did the same thing as Gus, that he did not have the best hurdle.
5.5. 6, 6, 6, 5.5. Mac
So he had
Miller,
to-
201A, back somersault straight, 1.7.
His feet
Sam
were,
Winawicki, Jacob Oswald.
because his feet were not at the end of the diving board, he had to use his hips to jump himself away from the board. He just
I wasn't ready.
moved it a little too far away from the board, but. Oh.
I didn't see a pike down.
4, 3.5, 3.5, 4, 4. Sam Winawicki, 202C,
Oh.
back.
Yeah, that would have also been dropped, yeah.
1.5. Jacob Gabe Limber.
So on that last dive, he had a nice somersault in the layout position, and then at the end, he piked to get his feet to
4,
the water.
3.5, 4,
Tell them to pull their
4,
chest up or squeeze their
5.
butt. Where's the torque come to get that?
Jacob, 103C, forward 1.5 somersault.
Yeah, and I
1
have them feel like they're
Gabe
popping their toes up off the board too, in like a hollow position. Yeah. It's nice, just went past vertical a little bit.
4.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5, 5.5.
What?
Gabe Lemberg.
Yeah, he does.
5211A.
But
back
we are
dive,
been taking it
half
easy this
twist,
season because he has a knee
straight
injury,
position,
so we haven't
1.8.
been practicing it that much.
Gus
So we're kind of
Elizabeth.
his list's a little watered down. To
Three, 3.5, 3, 4, 4. Gus Colehouse, 202A, back somersault straight, 1.7. Elizabeth Eliza Miller.
Oh, back. So my senior boys are all broken this year. Gus with his ankle. Oh, that was nice.
Ankle. I liked that takeoff.
That was a great straight position. That was textbook.
6.
You just got to get it up in the air, but I can't,
6.5.
considering that you can't move your ankle.
Beginning round 6, the final round. Elizabeth Francis,
What?
302C, reverse
No. The judges already have their scores up. I'm just saying I can't
Jane
be
Judd.
too frustrated with him for not jumping, knowing that his ankle is still healing. It's still
Four and a
it's
half.
pulling to one side.
4, 4, 4.5. Eliza Miller, 101B, forward dive pike, 1.3. Jane Megan Condon. Seven, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 6.5. Eliza Miller,
Yeah.
forward dive.
Last year too. I bought her a trampoline for Christmas.
Jane.
That'll help.
Oh, you just went. All right. Jane Judge, 5121D, forward somersault, half twist, free position, 1.7. Megan Mariabella. Two, 3, 3, 3, 2.5. Megan Condon, forward somersault, one twist, free position, 1.9. Area Emma Hill.
Not bad.
5.
No, you just didn't jump at all.
5, 5, 4.5.
No, you weren't close. You just didn't
Mary
jump.
Bella.
But the twist again, I like how we're doing the
104C, forward
twist.
double somersault.
Mechanically, it's good. We just got to get
22.
some
Emma
power in there.
Mary Catherine Hurley. Five, 5.5, 5.5, 5, 5.5. Emma Hill, 301C, reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Mary Catherine Elena Kraus. Three, 3.5, 3, 3.5, 3.5. Mary Catherine Hurley, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Elena Rose Waldron.
Are we in the 6th round? Are we in the 6th round? Okay.
Three, 2.5, 3.5, 3.5. Elena Kraus, 104C, forward double somersault tuck, 2.2. Rose Sophia Bordelais.
I need to see more of a kick on that.
5.5. 4, 4, 4.5, 5. Rose Waldron, 5122D, forward somersault, 1 twist, free position, 1.9. Sophia Maria Miller.
Wow. Rose.
I like that one.
5, 4.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. Sophia 302C, reverse somersault tuck.
What we're doing at Dryland is
Maria
doing good.
Claire K.
I'm liking the twist. That was a much better hurdle too.
I went well past vertical.
4.5, 5, 5, 4.5, 5.
I really liked the jump.
Maria Miller,
Take off,
Maria
the position in
1C,
the air.
reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Claire K, Cecilia Kelly.
Hey. Nice dive. I like that.
6, 5, 6, 6, 5.5. Claire 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Cecilia Kelly, Tom Waldron. Five, 4, 4, 4.5, 4.5. Cecilia Kelly, 5121D, forward somersault, half twist, free position, 1.7. Tom Waldron, Caleb Hoover.
You know.
Yeah, it's supposed to be half.
4.5, 4, 4.5, 4, 4.5. That completes the competition for the girls. Last round for the boys. Tom Waldron, 202C, back somersault tuck, 1.5.
And we're done. Bye,
Caleb
everyone. Have a good day.
John Witter. Four, 4, 4.5, 4.5, 4. Caleb Hoover, 5231D, back 1 1/2 somersault, half twist, free position, 2.1. John Witter, Connor Kerr.
Oh. Yeah. I was talking to Caleb before the meet, and he was saying he ran cross country, so he saw Jacob and Rose regularly at the cross country meets, and he's like, and I saw Connor at soccer. I really like that the kids get to know each other. Are you okay?
I don't think it was.
Did you get? I was about to say you looked like you got lost.
So
Back
it
1
wasn't a
1/2,
twist,
half
and I
twist.
wasn't
And then he
going
twisted
half.
back the other way.
Represent. Can never let that die.
What do we do?
What?
Is it failed?
It's a failed
Failed,
dive.
I believe, yeah.
No score.
Oh my.
John Witter, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7.
Connor.
Connor
Connor.
Mac Miller.
It happens sometimes, particularly on twisting dives, but it can also be on dives where you're spinning multiple
And out.
rotations, where you get lost. You don't know where the water is versus the ceiling. You don't know where front and back is. And that's kind of what happened to Caleb there.
Three and a half. 4, 4, 4. Connor Care's final
We'll throw you
dive.
in the end of your
5-3-1.
slap album.
5-3-3-1-D. Reverse. 1 1/2 somersault with a half
Usually
twist.
makes a whole
Free
edit
position.
of every flop we get.
2.2. Mac Miller,
Funny music.
Sam
It's very
Winowicki.
fun.
But getting lost in a lot of ways is far scarier than smacking the water because you just don't know where you are. That's
Oh
There
my
we go.
goodness.
That was cool.
That's the best I've seen him do.
That was cool.
That's the best one yet, buddy.
7.
I like that. Point your darn feet.
6.5.
Your
6.5.
feet, your big old flippers are not stretched.
So tomorrow on
Mac
Dryland,
Miller's
I'll show you how to do
final dive.
double full
5, 1,
twist.
2, 1
reverse.
D. Forward
On the ground,
somersault, half
We don't
twist.
throw those on the board.
Free position 1.7. Sam, Jacob Oswald.
That was really clean. I love that twist.
Yeah, it's a really nice dive.
You were there. You just kept.
3.5. 3.5. 3.5. 4, 4. Sam Winowicki, 5-1-2-1 D. Forward somersault, half twist, free position 1.7. Jacob Gabe Lemberg.
He's got a really bright future. He's doing really well.
I know.
3, 3, 3. 4, 3.5. Jacob Oswald, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Gabe Lemberg, Gus Kohlhaus.
Work on those this week.
Have fun, yeah. Reverse week was our first week of December, so we got most of them. Most of them got reverse dive,
We've got like one.
but we have a few holdouts.
Nice.
Still far back on that board.
Yeah.
5.5.
Hurdle to the end.
6.5.
Jacob likes to
5.5,
back hurdle a little bit.
5.5. Gabe Lemberg, 402C, inward somersault
He does.
tuck, 1.6. Gus Kohlhaus.
Let's go, Gabe.
It kind of turns out like his back double. You get stuck kicking out all the way, so he kind of sits through the water. Hands hit first. Wait,
It's
was it
supposed to
flip?
be an inward flip.
Oh.
And the final diver of the competition, Captain Gus Kohlhaus, 103C, forward 1 1/2 somersault tuck, 1.6.
Is that a GK? Let it fly.
It's a much better takeoff.
That was pretty.
6, 5.5, 5.5, 6, 5. And that completes our competition. We will have scores
right.
shortly.
Absolutely beautiful competition. Overall, I would describe that diving competition as fantabulous. Everybody, give me a nice firm handshake.
Even possibly majestical.
I would describe some of those dives as slightly majestical, yes.
I'm just glad I don't do anymore. My ankle hurts so bad.
Jacob, would you shake my hand, please? Thank you very much. Absolutely great job, gentlemen. Absolutely great. Guys, what happened to bouncing off the board when we were done?
We have diving scores. On the girls' side, in 13th, Mary Catherine Hurley, Seton. 12th, Jane Judge, Seton. 11th, Cecilia Kelly, Seton. 10, Claire K. Seton. 9th, Eliza Miller, Trinity Christian. 8, Elizabeth Francis, Seton. 7, Emma Hill, Trinity Christian, 135.35. 6, Maria Miller, Seton, 139.4. 5th, Elena Kraus, Williamsburg Christian, 148.3. And at 148.75 in 4th, Rosie Waldron. In 3rd, from Oakcrest School, Sophia Bordelais, 152.9. In 2nd, from Seton, Megan Condon, 155.0. And the winner of today's competition from Oakcrest School, Mary Abella, 169.45. On the boys' side, in 9th, Gabe Lemberg, Trinity Christian. 8th, Tom Waldron, Seton. 7, Sam Winowicki, Trinity Christian. 6, John Witter, Seton. 5th, Mac Miller, Trinity Christian, 124.1. 4th, Caleb Hoover, Trinity Christian, 133.0. 3rd, Jacob Oswald, Seton, 154.6. 2nd, Gus Colehouse, Seton, 161.05. And the winner with a score of 210.65, Connor Kerr from Seton School.